Here is the puzzle. AI needs enormous around-the-clock power, and the search keeps landing on nuclear. Small modular reactors, restarted plants, new builds. The popular story stops at the reactor. Step back one layer. A reactor is just a very expensive way to boil water unless it has fuel, and that fuel can't be dug straight out of the ground. Raw uranium has to be enriched before any reactor can use it, and the number of companies that can do that, especially at the higher enrichment advanced reactors need, is tiny. Suddenly, a forgotten, capital-intensive business has a giant new set of customers who all need the same scarce thing. So, how does uranium in the ground become fuel in a reactor? It passes through several physical steps. First, mining produces raw uranium ore. Then, conversion turns it into a gas that can be processed. Then, enrichment, the hard step, spins that gas to raise the share of the fissile isotope, because natural uranium is too dilute to sustain most reactions. And finally, fabrication shapes the enriched material into fuel assemblies the reactor can load. The choke is enrichment, and especially HALEU, fuel enriched higher than today's standard, which many advanced and small modular reactors are designed around, and almost no one outside Russia makes at scale. Now the key idea. Why is the fuel, not the reactor, the real bottleneck? Three forces compound. First, very few enrichers exist outside Russia, and standing up new capacity is slow and capital intensive. Second, advanced reactors need HALEU specifically, and qualifying a supply chain to make and ship it takes years. Third, fuel is sold on long-dated contracts, so once a program locks in a supplier, that revenue recurs for a long time. Few makers, plus slow qualification, plus recurring contracts. A single-year shipment matters far less than the position those contracts build. So who actually feels this, and how? Read it as a map, not a verdict. Enrichers see demand firm up, because when many reactor programs need fuel from a supply that's slow to expand, the few makers gain leverage. Fuel security becomes prized, since a reactor with no qualified fuel source is a stranded asset. Dependence on Russian supply comes under pressure, as buyers try to build alternatives, and HALEU capacity stays tight, because it can't be expanded as fast as reactor plans are announced. One surge in nuclear interest refracted across the whole fuel chain. So go back to the opening puzzle. AI needs power. The power story points at reactors. So why does it really run through the few companies that make the fuel? Here's the lesson. AI didn't just create demand for reactors. It created demand for everything a reactor needs to run. And the hardest to supply is enriched fuel. The fuel, not the reactor design, is the choke point. And scarce, slow-to-build enrichment backed by long contracts is what makes it durable. Could supply catch up? Maybe. But enrichment plants take years, while reactor announcements come fast. This is an explainer, not advice. Build the reactor all you want. It still needs fuel.